First, hello, my name's Stuart Peltz. I'm both the founder and CEO of PTC Therapeutics. First, let me say congratulations to Europa Bio for 25 years. It's truly, it truly is amazing to see this organization thrive as it has. As I said, I founded PTC. I founded it 23 years ago, so we have some similarities that we're almost a quarter of a century working on this. And what I wanted to do is, what we've worked on is really targeting regulation of protein production and finding new therapies for this. And so, as I said, I founded PTC in 1998. I was a professor at Robert Wood Johnson Medical School at Rutgers University with really expertise in RNA biology. Based on RNA biology, our goal in setting up PTC was to discover, develop, and commercialize therapies for diseases of high unmet medical need. In a way, we wanted to really build a company that was more of a cause than a company to really bring new therapies to patients. And what we wanted to do is that RNA biology had some really fundamental research of breakthroughs that we thought would yield innovative drug discovery platforms that would then lead to therapies that we can use in multiple therapeutic areas that would include genetic disorders and rare diseases. And in some ways, we went for what I call Loonshots, that was a book by Sophie Bacall, which was to take what were, in a sense, big ideas or crazy ideas that most people may not think that will work, but if they come through, as he says, they can win wars, cure diseases, transform industry. So we tried to think of things that were paradigm changing, and we had built a set of drug discovery platforms to do this. And we thought by targeting RNA biology and to do so with either small molecules was actually quite important. And so 23 years have passed since we've done this, and we've already commercialized 2 products, which I think in particular are Loonshots. And the first is Translarna, which was the first medicine that was approved for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I look at this as precision medicine, that it was to promote what's called read-through of a nonsense mutation to treat diseases and produce a protein that wasn't made. And that's particularly good for about 15% of patients who have genetic disorders. And so we use this in Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and patients are now being treated by this. So it really was quite exciting. The second, what I think is a Loonshot, was Evrysdi, which is the second compound that was approved. And again, this what I thought was a Loonshot. And the idea was that we could modulate another aspect of RNA biology called splicing using small molecules. And so that was in a sense when we started this, and this was started probably in 2004 or 5, it was considered that you couldn't do this with small molecules. But we had worked hard on this and shown that indeed you could get things that are selective and specific, such that we identified compounds that actually, small molecules that can be orally administered and affect splicing. And the first one was to treat spinal muscular atrophy. And so we were able to show that patients who were unable to raise their head, roll over, sit, stand, or walk, and died in the most severe form, died in 2 years, were able to actually perform these developmental milestones. And we had discovered that has shown that you can do this with an orally bioavailable molecule, which we then partnered and developed a partnership with the SMA Foundation and Roche to bring it to patients. And that this same platform now is being used to identify splicing modifiers. The third compound that we have that's going into the clinic is just beginning for Huntington's disease. And we've already shown there that that is indeed the case, that we can actually, we can show that you can reduce the Huntington's protein as a consequence of this molecule. So we're really quite excited that we built a platform that can be used against a number of different diseases using splicing. So over the last 23 years, we've had these two compounds, but we also have built a strong pipeline such that we now have 5 registration-directed trials that are ongoing that we think is really quite exciting, not only in splicing, but in gene therapy, as well as another platform we produced for oxidative stress. So I think we've positioned ourselves to really be on a company that does continuous innovation, but discovers, develops, and commercializes products. So we're quite proud and excited to move to the next century. And I think what you can see over what's coming up probably in the upcoming 25 years will be really to be able to do very much precision medicine with either gene therapy or other ways to do that, such as CRISPR to fix diseases, but also small molecules and others will still play an important role. And we plan to be doing all of these aspects. So again, in closing, congratulations, Europa Bio, and I hope we're with you for the next quarter century to bring new treatments to patients.